Alright, I just realized that I wasn't wearing my glasses this entire time, so that's probably why I thought these numbers for you guys to hit something were so high, when in reality they must have been really low. Like, all those misses were probably just like 50–40%, and I just misread them because I wasn't wearing my glasses. That's clearly what must have happened there. Right, is there anything fun to buy? Very cheap tools. Won't say no to those. At least if we can afford them, which we can. Get rid of this junk. I mean, otherwise this is not the greatest sort of town to be hanging out. Go back to Gammenstein. When in doubt, we have a town up here that should have very good equipment. Hello there, 18 brigands. Lots of thugs, some poachers, and a war dog. There are so many brigands around, what the hell is going on? Do we need to change anything here about anything? We could quickly shuffle some stuff around while they arrive, but I don't think that's worth trying. Not really much we need to do here. Maybe I should give you a spear. Your base melee really is not fantastic. What do you mean, what's up with Thor? You're right here. You were injured in the previous fight, so we had to sit out for a moment. But you are definitely right here. Flaily as always. Just fight him normally. They can't even catch us. I could run away. Now fight him. That's fine. Let's fight him. 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 Alright. Reminder to everyone to hydrate and that sort of thing. Posture check as well if you feel like that sort of thing might be up your alley. What's my hit chance here? Fantastic. What's my whip chance here? Okay, you actually did hit. I was ready to just keep going with that until every single man in this company has missed this dog. Yeah, I happen to know a guy named Bernd as well, and like any other guy named Bernd, who I've met a couple of, they had a very rough childhood thanks to Bernd's blood being popular. Or, well, popular is a relative term, but you know what I mean. Imagine being called out when that sort of thing exists. Must have been rough. I will never manage to finish repairing this armor, because we constantly get into more scraps and then you have some more dinks into your armor, and then you have to continue repairing again from the get-go. Very good. I could spear wall here. It's a lot of ranged on these guys. At least like 2 tiles worth of range. They're probably just gonna engage here. I don't think they're actually gonna... need to toggle this again because we had to restart. Probably click on this as well. But yeah, they're probably not gonna come down here. It does protect Spectacles a little bit. But he's not the kind of man that needs protection. I mean, we have skill for spear wall, so we will spear wall. Let's make this as simple as possible for me. You can't move and attack, unfortunately, because they're a little bit far away. They could engage over here and be a problem for the archer. But they can't attack on the same turn. I think that's fine. Let's just have our sacrificial beast sit over here. And, be merry, I suppose. So we'll just pass these entire set of turns. Whom should we shoot? Could go for this guy. Hot damn, your archery is getting very good. 79% chance to hit on a guy this far away. That is utterly impressive. We could just shoot the rabble, I guess. You're not technically rabble, but you're effectively rabble. Let's get some damage in there. Or just you know, just kill one. I'm not gonna complain about that either. Yeah, I don't know who came up with it, but they certainly did come up with it. Certainly, I don't know, some kind of creature to come up with. I was, funnily enough, not a big fan as a kid. Was not quite my cup of tea. But I do appreciate the cultural value it provided now as an adult. Who should we be shooting? Could get rid of this guy. They are all going around the northern side right now. All of these are ranged though, so it's not too spooky. Fuck it, let's just shoot them. I say as I tell the American character what to do. Right, bonk them in the head. Do it all. Very well done. I am so happy. You know what, just go back into formation afterwards. Your job here is done. That's probably stupid to go back into formation. It is, yeah. Especially given how much we Germans like our bread. I think there would be better places to be depressed as a bread. Yeah. I think it's time for you to just start stabbing people. How do you feel about that? 95% chance to hit, by the way. I should have gone for this guy. That's my bad. Your helmet still isn't... actually, your helmet is alright. I live in the past where you still... What is going... Can you... Okay, no, never mind. You are awful. It's fine that you're missing. You're missing 60% rolls. That's kind of not great, but you know... You deserve to miss. Like, or, like, not deserve, but like, you are... It's okay if you miss. Let's phrase it that way. For everyone else that does not go, like, all the others, you guys need to hit your shots or your attacks, please. It's unacceptable. I should turn the health bars back on so I can actually see what I'm doing. Shame. Would have appreciated the hit there. Your body is already broken, so we don't need to go for the head and can save on some stamina. Man thinks better of it. Alright, give him a bit of a wobble there, Bango. 94% chance to make that guy sleep and you fuck it up anyway. That's kinda shit. Like, that's really not ideal. I need this guy to die. This is not the greatest head armor, and I need this guy to either be asleep or dead. And now both of you are not really making this happen in the manner that I need you to. Let's get rid of this guy. Never mind, not this turn, but soon. Soon. Bonk. Man leaves. Or actually makes his friend leave. Of course. Well, he was the sacrifice. That was his occupation. Professional designated man to go into the toilet. You didn't need to hit them in the head there. That was kind of a waste. You didn't have any body armor. We could go in here, try to push the advantage. Could one-shot bonk this guy if we're lucky, or we just go here and try to bonk this man. I think that's better. He is kind of scary. Okay, these guys are all fleeing. That was a lot of breaking all in one go there. Quite nice. Goodbye that guy with your scythe. Let's go in here then. Bit more whoop 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 whoop. Let's target these backliners. That seems pretty good. At least you hit something. Setting the bar very low there for you guys. Alright, Dog, you gotta do this. Thank you. Everyone else was failing miserably. Impressively. Catastrophically, even. Alright, I should stop. You guys are actually doing alright for the most part. Yeah, I suppose that's kind of the same. Although I'd really prefer if Dav'Kul was the one to sacrifice them rather than some random brigand just thrusting their dagger into them or something. Man body blocks for his friend. So tragic. 1, 2, 3. No, you're not gonna get there. So this guy gets to leave. So one of you guys gets to leave. I guess that guy. He might bleed out, actually. Nice stamina. Alright, Bango. What do we do with you? We watch you. Let people leave, I reckon. That guy got away. These guys are all fleeing. And I think most of them get to actually run away as well. It's not great. It always saddens me when I have to let them go. Actually, look at this Gurn. That man probably needed the bin. Fine, toss. Maybe I should have you toss more often. How good is your tossing now? 89 with the perks that we have. Yeah, I mean... It's only one perk, actually. Which is suddenly very good. Fair enough. You've earned the opportunity to toss rock just as you like. Got him, dog. Don't let him run. Let's whip you and you. Lady finally decides to start hitting when it matters the least amount possible. Alright, first, let's go. A fine shot. You go up here. You did not let that guy leave. Was there someone going south? No. Guess that was their entire fight. Sorry. Alright. No, but why? Dog plus. There's your chance to just end him. You're right next to him. I turn distance zoom is at wrong place, I'll make 10 plus. Oh, I see. It was the first time that it has happened for me, and I've been using the Legends mod for a while, so I don't think it's that common, thankfully. That's good to know. I guess if it's in a really important fight, I could just let the game sit there for a while, especially if I'm not streaming. Distance zoom at the wrong place. Yeah, I don't really think I can do much about that. I'm really only using the Legends mod, there's no speed up or anything. I don't know if there's like other mods or how many other mods are implemented in that pack, because I think it's more of a mod pack than an individual thing. So it could be that they are using the speed up thing by default. Haven't looked at vanilla in a while. So yeah, I don't think I have an easy fix for that. But again, it has hardly ever happened, so it should be good. I assume it has a higher chance of happening in these larger scale engagements where there's more people involved. That seems like it would make the, or give the camera more opportunities to bug out. Okay, it's only one guy leaving, so it is Ogre. Alright, the sacrifice has died, not in the way that we wanted him to. Watch as Dav'Kul, now on our way back, decides it is now time. Please don't. I beg you. Barbarians. Many thralls. I'm surprised those didn't come, or don't come after me. We were a little bit stronger before and they still charged at us, so... They don't seem to care very much about their life. Hey, we got another one with a herald. A tabard, rather, not a herald. Let's give you the extra resolve. That might help you out a lot, since you're kind of mediocre when it comes to melee stats. Alright, Dork has the ding ding. A fine roll right there. I appreciate that. Very, very good. Okay, we're actually all the way down here in this tier. Which is insane. I've never had a character go this deep. So now we get to have a look at more perks that I don't know yet. Born with a board. Certainly a phrase and a half. So there are a few perks that immediately seem interesting here. Underdog is good, but mostly for frontliners, I'd wager. We're not likely to have you actually go into like a bad spot. Berserk is nice. I'm not sure if that's really important on you. Although your attacks only cost 4 AP and you have been killing people quite a bit. Escape Artist, probably not that necessary. Evisceration I probably want on other characters more. Active Scope, prepare to graze. That primes your next strike to inflict weak but long-lasting bleeding. Yeah, that's not really for you. I think we're just gonna give you Berserk. You're really good and alive, that is both correct. Right, Fisk does the ding-ding. Not Cultist, so we do actually want the range skill, I reckon. Or the range defense, I reckon. Probably should click on health here, even though we do need to get you a bit more stamina. However, you have just gotten Bow Mastery, so now your fatigue is going to build up a little bit less. Then Soul does the ding-ding. Very fine. You really do have a lot of resolve as well. If only you had Rally the Troops, you would have been a fine bannerman. Alas. Have to decide what you want to beg for. I mean, I beg for a sacrifice event once we have another bit of fodder in our inventory, so we can finally stop playing around this dumbass might happen, might not happen sacrifice event. Because that is kinda preventing me from getting more mates. We have money, we have equipment, we have everything to maybe progress a little bit further, and we can't really make use of it while we're still on the very cusp of maybe getting binned by Dav'Kul. Not sure if the resolve is really that worth it. Since you also don't have the defensive perk yet. You'll have it eventually. You'll have it eventually, you'll have it eventually. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Right, so I think for you, we might grab this Evisceration perk, maybe. Against reactors will prepare to graze. That primes your next attack to inflict weak but long-lasting bleeding. Maybe not, actually. Maybe that's for other characters. Maybe you finally get the Cultist defense thing. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, you just got incredibly tanky from this. That was fine. I think that was good. I think that was good. Spectacles, could you please improve your very high base melee skill at some point? I know you are kind of resting on your laurels here, because hot damn, what a starting role, but like, these ones should ideally stop at some point. I'm not gonna say they need to stop, but they kind of do actually, so they need to stop. You need to stop, or start. Start rolling better than ones. We could give you Underdog. I do like Underdog, and you are going to be in the front line. And I think Berserk is just kind of too good not to take. How does this look? Master the art of falling off at devastating fast landing and hit the next attack. This turn does 20% overall damage. That's pretty nice. I think it's between Underdog and Berserk. Gonna be an Axemate eventually. You're probably gonna kill people with that. Let's give you Berserk. I mean, how can I not take Berserk? That's just such a strong perk, I think. I don't really think we need these extra sticks. I'm just gonna queue them for this assembly. Not that we're gonna get there, I don't think. I reckon we're gonna be selling these before they get finished, or before the salvage actually finishes. But may as well tag them in case I forget to sell them. Don't need any of this, I don't think. Oops. I do want to repair... Do we want to repair the padded circuit? We kind of have enough of them right now. We have Gambesons for the new people that want to join eventually. Speaking of, we should repair those. Fuck it, may as well repair it. We have tools right now, and that way we're more prepared for when people do actually arrive again. But yeah, I'm surprised these barbarians don't come for us right now, because they attacked us earlier when we were less mates. Alright, step 1, hire. Any cultists for hiring? There's one. Hartman the Believer. Please be good. Can't this be a Resolve Passion? Like, ideally with like 4 stars or something? Maybe not quite as much, but like a little bit at least. Man. I mean, you're kinda cheap. I should probably try you. But first things first, let's find the cheapest slag to hire. That would probably be you. 75 bucks, 8 a day. Although, given that we're gonna be here for like 15 more days until you finally get sacrificed, maybe someone with less upkeep should be... No, we're gonna hire this lady. Let's see what you're about. Hot damn! I mean, your stamina is awful. Your health is not great. But you do have the triple star in melee and the double star in range. I mean, Dav'Kul, this is a very lovely companion to have. Don't you wanna maybe, you know, have a sacrifice? We can send this lady over, it's not a problem. Primed and ready. I should probably also have a weapon. We can probably give you a sword, because 62 melee skill is very high starting melee skill. Like, you also have, like, good traits. Dexterous is alright, and Seductive is fine. You're just a bit surprised as to what the fuck you just walked into, which, you know, is fair. Like, what are these weirdos talking about? Sacrifice? Dav'Kul? Who the fuck is Dav'Kul? I haven't seen him. Don't worry, neither have we. Right, do we try out Hartman the Believer? I have to try him with a name like that. I mean, your stamina is actually... Okay, it's not as awful. You're wearing a chain, which is super heavy. What does a chain actually do? What is this? It's basically a two-handed flail, I suppose. Anti-shield. Hook. A target that 3 tiles away is hooked and pulled close if there is space. Okay, cannot be pulled up, but will take damage if pulled down. Spear wall, shield wall, and riposte will be cancelled. Rooted cannot be hooked. Huh, interesting. This looks like it's gonna cost a lot of stamina, which you do not really have anyway. At least not for now. Honestly, I'm... You don't have Fortified Mind. You have Rally the Troops, though. I was gonna say, honestly, we could just turn you into a Bannermate, right? Like, with this melee skill, fine stamina, good health. Why not? Well, because you don't have Fortified Mind, and you don't have a passion for Resolve, so you're not gonna have the kind of amount of stamina or Resolve that we really want in a guy. I mean, you're gonna get some extra Resolve once we do the sacrifice, if that ever actually fucking happens. Fuck it, hold this for now. Someone has to. May as well be you. You're that guy now. Enjoy. There we go. I think this positioning is fine, because it hits all the people that it needs to hit there. Hits there, yes, hit there. I do like this chain. I don't think that's a soul weapon, unfortunately. I think the flail is just too good for that. The ability to shoot head and shit seems too good. Wait, alright, at least we've got something going now. Some maybe short-term Bannerman at the very least. We have a lot of good weapons available here. This is a two-handed mace, this is a two-handed axe. Hot damn, is this a two-handed axe? Let's see if we can find a cheaper version of this on the market, because these actual fresh weapons are pretty expensive. Maybe we can buy something a little bit dinged up, like a fixer-upper. Sort this ourselves. No, this does not look to be the case. Got a bunch of shirts to sell. Probably sell these. I'm very tempted to buy that axe. There's a lot of money. It's basically all of our money. And we will need to hire a new guy once Dav'Kul finally takes one. But that would be the axe that Spectacles has always dreamed of. It's also tier 3 flail here, which is very, very fun. Also a longsword, but that's even more expensive. Fuck it, okay, here we go. Here we go. Spectacles, boom. lack of initiative is going to be a bit of an issue. But yeah, this is not massively heavy, and it doesn't eat that much fatigue either. So I think this is fine. This has 2 tiles of range as well. You have the trade, so you don't have the penalty for attacking people that are directly next to you. Can ask how long the timeout will be if you say that sort of shit in my face, to my face. Sure. Alright, cool. Let's go and take one of these quests. Not much bugs to go to Dunenhaven. Where the fuck is this? Here. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. What have we here? Follow the tracks, 650 bucks, sure, let's do that. Something to do while we wait for Dav'Kul to maybe ass the fuck up at some point. There's a lot of thieves. Some thugs, some poachers, some rabble, and a dog. And then we have 9 barbarians down here. Start with the thieves. We might get the barbarians on the way down. Or back to town, rather. Okay. Do a bit of drinking. Okay. This fucking Borf went for it. The irony of it landing next to a guy called Hassel is pretty good. I like that. Hassel being a stereotypical dog name in the old German. Right. Let's wait here. I was considering just waiting for Cyber to maybe do the dog in. But I think if he needs only 1 attack, he can still spear wall after. You just stay alive until you die. Shouldn't be too hard. Look at us, we have a bannerman. I feel so for the party. Right, this might not be the turn to do it, but I really do want you to swing this axe on this naked moron out in the snow. You know, prevent him from getting some frostbite or whatever. But I think it's best for us to just wait a turn here. Because they have to go so far, and we're outranging them. As in, like, we have better range than they have, so they have to come close. Goodbye, dog. I think you have to stand here, so they can't flank around here. Yeah, I don't... See, the issue is... I'll gladly name him. But I don't think this guy will be the long-term bannerman. But I guess we'll give him the long-term bannerman when we get to that point. So yeah, good shout. If I fuck that up, remind me after the fight as well. But I kind of feel bad about, like, oh, here is our absolute slag of a bannerman. Here, you can just be this temporary creature, and then we have to rename him afterwards. But I think we might be stuck with this for a while, so... Thinking that way is probably not even that helpful. Let's just shoot everyone a bit. That guy was surprisingly sturdy. I guess he does have armor. Right, so they now have to go 2 tiles through the snow, but the snow takes 3 AP to walk through, so they can't attack if they do that. So we're still gonna be able to just sit here and turtle, and like shoot them with arrows and toss rocks at them, or axes and whatever. Basically whatever we want, and they have to still approach. Yeah, let's wait for them to get closer. Leaving the hole here is kind of annoying. I would like another front mate to cover this up. Hop and hop. Oida! Don't kill my banner mate, he's new. Fresh banner. Alright. Time for Bango to do his job. I feel like the Gudentag doesn't do as much damage as the Flail does, even though the numbers are better for it. Wonder if there's some damage through armor thing that I'm not really considering there. There probably is. Let's wait here and see how Spectacles does with his new axe. 81%! Very nice. Let's have you wait, because thanks to Berserk you have enough AP to swing again if the opportunity arises. Dog does a little bonking. It is pretty fun to just stand there and toss axes at people and watch them like die. Why are we not getting your armor repaired? Is it really just that sturdy? It looks like it has been on these numbers for a while. Maybe I should take it apart and put it back together and see if there's any individual pieces that are bugged out. Because it does show as 152 out of 300, and I think it has shown this for the last couple of fights. So either it's getting exactly as much damage as it's being repaired between all the fights, or I'm looking at something that might be slightly buggered and we might have to fix that in some way. Look at this brave fool. What a fool. Whom should we shoot? We shoot here. Everyone just has a fun time? That's what a fun time sounds like? At least for one of us. Boom, ba-da-dum, boom, boom. Let's switch over to rocks and sling some of those. How about you sling all the way in here? Very nice. I like this random head just lying on the ground, on the ground, yes. Bonk. Some of them start fleeing. Dork has Berserk, so we can swing again, kill another, very nice. 2 hits in a row from our worst mate. The one literally titled Dav'Kul, take this one. Maybe we'll keep him. Yeah, maybe Dav'Kul can just shove a sacrifice up his ass. He's not asking for it, then so be it. Not getting any sacrifices. Let's go here. Dav'Kul denied, indeed. More like no cool at all. He's dead. Sucks to be that guy. Let's move one tile so we can target this. Here, provide moral support. Because the actual martial support is not required. And one, and aw, shame. I'm always hoping for the double with the 2 quick shots. Even if it's not necessary, it just looks cool. Shoot one guy, shoot the other guy. You are fleeing, you are in fact fleeing. Alright, move over one tile. So we're blocking these guys, this guy is leaving. I don't really think we can prevent that, but it's not the end of the world. Last man that is not fleeing gets bonked, still willing to fight. Actually not the last man to not want to flee, that guy was still willing and eager to die for whatever cause he was having. Nice. Oh yeah, you get to do it again. Nice. You know, I'm a big fan of this axe. I'm not sure if that was actually the wise choice to buy that thing, but it feels good. So how bad could it really be? Alright, let's collect our pay. We have a ding ding over here on Whip. Whips it. Whip mate. The one who whips. You do this one. It was actually the right choice, indeed. Yeah. You get to live just this once. Why did we walk onto that terrain? Party? Why? Hello? Where did the barbarians go here? The fuck is this situation that we found ourselves in? Alright, here we go. Many thralls. Oh, I didn't check if the armor is borked or not. Whoops. Right, so this is going to be low visibility terrain fuckery, which is possibly my favorite game mode in any video game, generally speaking. I love when I can't see shit, and this is peak I can't see shit as far as this game is concerned. This game is usually pretty good about visibility, but like terrain fuckery is already rough, and then we have this tile set with rain, which is not ideal, in my opinion. It looks kinda misty, foggy sort of thing, which, if that's the vibe they were going for, they succeeded, I suppose, but like, goddamn. Let's see, what terrain look like. We could move you up here, but you are our willing sacrifice, so maybe I shouldn't be too eager with you. Let's move you just here and call it a day. Yeah, shouldn't go too crazy. I think I'll just accept the fact that you have this hill. I think the soul can just bonk you on the head. How about it? Actually, 56% chance is not that high. Impressive. How much would this do? It is turn 1, so you do actually have initiative. Nice. 81% chance and you miss. Stab it, please. Every time. Hello, it is Spectacles, the man with the axe. Never mind. You guys are disappointing me a bit. I usually feel so good about us. This fight has just been mixed. I guess we can blame the terrain. Tempted to shoot at this guy because he has his own tossery. Can't hit anyone from down here, so we go up a tile. We with this man, 71% miss. Very good. Why do you guys care if I hate the weather? You're the ones that have to fight in it. Dumbasses. Very fine stab there, Mr. Not Quite Bannermat. Oh yeah, right, we wanted to rename that guy. Although I still feel bad about renaming it. Likely temporary mid. Maybe he just rolls incredible for a resolve and we're gonna be fine. You got to change weapons, swing, and still knockback, huh? Interesting. Impressive. Maybe they have that shield skill where they don't have to pay so much AP and fatigue. Pretty sturdy man, those. A lot of health. This guy's dead. Norvik's vessel? Eh, why not? This guy's gonna be a problem, although I can't read the terrain there. Does he? He goes 1, 2, yeah. He's not gonna reach me, I don't think. I don't think it's gonna be a problem this turn. Fine shooting, Fisk. Like Fisk shooting you in a barrel, or however that saying goes. It's well whipped. Alright, he's headless, or hatless. Soon to be headless, let's go. One more. Nice. Good job, dog. Man, Berserker's really paying off, isn't it? I'm tempted... Oh, I don't have a shield on you. I was gonna say, I'm tempted to just push you off this hill. Show you who's boss. Can't quite see what we're doing, but I think we're doing this. Man does not get stunned, unfortunate. Why are you all the way down here? Oh yeah, you're right, you got pushed. I forgot. Oops, I didn't... Oh, my bad. I thought the number 2 was the charge command, but it was not. Start by beheading this guy. Never fucking mind. Alright then. Alright, we try again. Let's start by beheading this guy. There we go. That's how we do it. He leaves. I cannot blame him. He has a good hat though. I kind of want that. How about you somehow wound his leg? Nah, never mind. Oh, that doesn't... Never mind. Again, I can basically not read this terrain at all. I'm just making moves and hoping it works out. This Dav'Kul take this mate is actually surprisingly good. Been hitting a lot of attacks. Oh, you're the 2 range. I'm very good at this game, I promise. Yeah, see that? That was me. I was very good at this game. Let's see if we can reach him in time. I don't think so. Nah, he's dead. I mean, we have exactly 1 toss, I think. Nope. Yep, he is gone. Alright, it's over. I should stop saying that, it's not that funny to begin with, and I've said it a lot. We got a bunch of Sweek, some more Tossy, which we can sell. We don't need that much, I reckon. I think leather wraps are actually part of the Cultist attire for that perk later on. Oh, we're full on inventory, I need to pay attention to what I leave behind. I think I just left something valuable behind, didn't I? Where's inventory? Here. Nope, we barely got everything that I wanted. Okay, good. Of course, the sacrifice immediately does a ding-ding. We're not gonna spend your attribute points in hopes that that will make it so that you can actually be sacrificed. Alright, Hartman the Believer, a decently fine resolve roll. Definitely more stamina. Guess we'll do this. What should be your first perk? Don't really need to look out. Maybe Crippling Strikes? Not sure if that makes sense. I really don't know what we want on a banner mate aside from the 2 core ones. Then maybe eventually pull your Arm Mastery. Yep. Yeah, let's just go with Norvix. Let's hope this works out. He does indeed, yeah. Fast adaptation is probably not worth it. I don't think we want adrenaline on a guy that's gonna be bellowing in certain fights. We could take recover, I guess. Tempted to just give you lookout, so we have that on a guy. No, I think recover is probably better. Get you a bunch of skills, basically. Alright, I need to go back to town and sell a bunch of junk. Because inventory is once again full. It is now the morning of day 29. Dav'Kul has still not demanded a sacrifice. Lazy bum. Let's sell this. We have 1 throwing axe already equipped. I don't think I want 3 in total, so let's get rid of one of these. I can sell most of these spears, sell this, sell that. Most of these knives can go away. Don't need this one around. 2 sticks is more than enough. Don't need the bad axe if we have a good axe. Don't need these. Definitely don't need all these slings. Well, I mean, we do benefit from the sacrifice, like we do get stronger, so he could give us some strength, and he would even get something in return. It's like win-win all around. He gets a guy, we get morale bonus, we level up a bit, we get happy that we can serve Dav'Kul. Oh, we did another renown ding-ding, so we have another 2 slots available now. So we can look for more mates, despite still having to have a sacrifice around. Sell all these base items while I'm here. There you go. I think we don't need this either. I wonder if I should cobble these together, just so it saves on inventory space. That's probably a good idea. Your stamina is miserable. I mean, it's kind of not your main job, isn't it? So, can't really complain too much. Yeah, I've not been really loving the Guten Tag, I must say. Why is that? I guess more of this can ignore armor. Also extra hit chance to hit the head. Yeah. I think you go back to this. Also, let's look at this. Why can't we finish repairing this ever? It really is just that it has such a high pool that will never be done. Okay, fair enough. I was wondering if it was bugged, but it apparently isn't. It is technically still repairing. Fair enough, fair enough. I don't think we need these. Animal hide armor is okay, I guess. I mean, the furs, yes. The furs are a bit of armor without weighing much, so maybe we can use this on the back line. The actual leather jackets are kinda heavy. I mean, not very. I think it might be wise to start equipping you guys with some extra armor. Have this, and you get this. This shouldn't be too heavy. That should be fine. Should be fine. This should be fine. Sure, it's fine. Everything is fine. Right. Actually, let's quickly check the chest pieces as well. So much stuff lying around. Yeah, I should cobble some of these together in advance so we don't have to. How do I do this? With shift, I think? Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's not how that works. This goes onto this. We do this and this. And then we have one more. Don't have a Gambison anymore. Probably still fine. I guess we'll take these apart and start shuffling them around when we actually end up whatchamacallit, making more proper armor for characters. Okay, let's see what we have available here. Bunch of tools, pretty cheap. No cheap weapons on the market. There's a weaponsmith here. Oh yeah, right, we're still in the same town, aren't we? Any new mates available that I'd really like? I would like frontliners, at least one. We don't have a brawler yet, let's give this a try. You like resolve, you're extra good at range, which isn't very interesting for a brawler, is it? Do we want this farmhand? Maybe not. We don't have a caravan hand, I'm not sure if we really need one. He's good at scouting, I suppose. Let's see. Health, this and that. None of these really convince me. This was the delivery quest, wasn't it? Yeah, let's not do this one. Let's just go further north and head out to Brummingborg. What a place. So we can't buy any of the retinue stuff because we don't have the perks for it. So for example, to get the cooking equipment, we need someone in the party that has the perk Camp Cook. And the same for any of these other ones. So even though we do have a bit of money to spare, and it would be nice, we can't really do anything about retinue. Workshop and a trapper. We have a armorer here, we have a temple, everyone's healthy though. Another weaponsmith, training hall. Let's see if there's any cheap weapons available that we really like. Some decent helmet stuff. We're still kinda not ideal on helmets. Could do some mail-based items. Those aren't available. Could get these full Akaton cups. Cattle helmets are also very good, but they're pretty heavy. Maybe we buy one more of these just to round out the front line, because I think one of these hats doesn't have a layer 1 thing yet. It is you. That was pretty visible as well. There you go. Anything else that is very exciting? There's a better spear here, but Cybert for now anyway has the fancy why did I say Dav'Kul spear? The fancy bandit leader spear that we stole. Earned in honorable combat. Very honorable, no stabbing was involved. We could buy this for 2 resolve, but it's probably not super good. Yeah, I think we're just good here. Let's see if there's any mates for hire that we want. Ideally more cultists, for obvious reasons. There are none. There's a wild man. I think those can be pretty good. Those are not the perks I want on a wild man though. Could try the monk. He's probably not gonna be happy. He also doesn't have the passions that we need. It's unfortunate for him. And for us. I guess unfortunate for everyone, isn't it? Deserter, let's maybe not. Very expensive caravan man, no thank you. Could buy a blacksmith, I suppose. Azelma the Blessed. Give you a try. Health, melee and ranged. I'm not sure if I'm just being overly picky, but none of these characters really appeal to me, if that makes sense. I'm not looking at any of them and think, oh yeah, this is the character that we need right there. Let's buy some of these. Decently cheap tools, let's get some of those as well while we're here. Can probably have one stack of those as well. We can hunt that ourselves, I shouldn't have bought that. Oh well, let's get back here. See if anything new arrives by the morrow. Like some barbarians for us to kill. Oh yeah, let's check out the Bango armor. Okay, this is repairing and this is... Was that on 68? Wasn't it on 62? I think this is also repairing though. Right, hopefully not quite as bad terrain. Oh, that is very favorable terrain, holy fuck. How do we do this? Don't even know where to start. I guess we'll start by letting them approach and then we see what's going on. How did we get to act before the dog? That is unheard of, pretty much. Bonk. Where the fuck are you going? Oh right, no, it's three assets per thing, and then the elevation also costs an extra tile, or an extra AP. Nice, you got the dog though. Very happy with that. It's an exposed head, I cannot allow this. Might be worth standing here and spear walling to keep our maybe slinger safe. Kinda long past the point of being a maybe slinger, and is at this point a very solid definitely slinger. Oh, shame he survived. His arm is cut, unfortunate for him. Right, how tossy are we here? I'd like to hit this person. Nice. If we hit the other guy on the way, that wasn't too bad either, so... I maybe could have waited. Oh no, we had already waited on the character. We can't reach two people, so we'll just stand here. Then Fisk fence the hammer. You can't hit this target reliably, but from the other side, this is pretty funny. Shoot this guy in the head, he survives on not very much at all. I guess you get to stand here. Toss, how dare you? Don't toss me, Frodo. Ah. Suck on this spear wall, mate. Cybert does not fuck around. Ever since he became a cultist, he's been a very functional person. Which is exactly how cults usually work. God damn. Honestly, our fodder is doing super well for herself. She had pretty decent stats if I recall correctly. But like... He's not gonna stick around anyway. But it is a bit of a shame. God damn, we're just mowing these guys down. By we, I mean Fisk mostly. Absolutely annihilated in 2 rounds, Jesus. Get some swig to sell. Okay. We were going back here. You are absolutely doing your part, yeah. Alright, it is nighttime. Isn't this a lovely night to be sacrificed to Dav'Kul? How do you guys feel about that? Shouldn't we maybe, you know, do some sacrificing here? When at 21 days the event increases... Oh, only from 21 onwards. Oh god. Okay, so that might still take a while then. I am not happy to hear that. Okay, thank you. Like, it's very good to know, don't misunderstand me. Like, thanks for the info. But that is not great. We might be waiting for a while then, huh? I mean, now that our company's renown has grown by a little bit, we can have another mate in the party, so it's not that bad. Here, let's have you do some... Why are you this high in the order for training? What? You don't benefit from training? Or, like, you don't have a modifier for training? Weird. Anyway, how about you, Scout? Maybe Slinger. 2 people on hunting, 1 guy salvaging, 2 people on healing. Let's not do that one because we're not healing right now. Who's currently doing this? You, who is good at training. Let's change that then. And you, who should otherwise be doing whatever the fuck. I guess we'll have you salvage. Maybe repair, actually. Do we have someone good for repair? No. Let's do this then. Okay, so if that's how it works, we're gonna be possibly waiting for a while. I did remember there being something about day 20, but I thought it was within 20 days it's forced to happen. So us taking over 20 days and it's not happening yet is a little bit weird, but yeah, if what you're saying there is how it is, then that would make perfect sense. So we're just getting a little bit unlucky. They're right over there. Give us 50 crowns. A bit of XP for Dav'Kul, take this. How great. Exactly what we wanted. Gain some meat, ammo, medicine. Sure, time to get moving. No quest has arrived. Let's see if there's any new mates around. Not really. You are fearless and talented. A lot of initiative. Let's see what your stats are like. Good stamina. Kinda shit melee. That might be too little melee. A lot of initiative. Good resolve. A lot of health as well. That might be a little bit too little melee. There's some stuff you could do with initiative somewhere in these perks. I have never done it, so I'm not really sure how to and what to look for and shit. So I'm not sure if this character would even be feasible as an option, but yeah. Let's just have someone else around. We have enough people, or we have enough free slots, may as well try to fill them all with at least someone. Make the front line a bit bigger. This is 1 weight for 15 armor. That's pretty good. I should buy that. It's also pretty cheap. Who wants that? Someone that is struggling with equipment weight. Let's give that to Soul. Get all the fanciest armor. Look at you. 4 layers worth of armor. It's very nice. We got you a hat. Here, have this. Got to attach a straw hat to it as well. You're probably not going to be very happy long term here because of the, you know, the cold thing. But that's normal, that's fine. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna love it here. It's fantastic. Yeah, you have 62 default, or like starting melee. That's very good. Let's give you the ding ding finally then. You've been waiting for it. Sure. Okay, you have been accumulating experience anyway. That's good to know. Science! God, if only your stamina wasn't so awful, I'd actually consider keeping you around. I guess if not even Dav'Kul wants you, and he's usually not very picky with mates. Let's sell all of this junk. All of this. I really need to be a little bit diligent with selling stuff, because we have been running into inventory issues so frequently, like capacity issues. Which is not something I'm used to. So I'm usually not thinking about it very much. Let's buy some food that also lasts for a little bit. Buy some bread and cheese, why not? Okay, let's maybe try... We can't do the bigger man contracts yet, can we? Like the, whatchamacallit, we can't get contracts in the fortified places yet, can we? Let's head over here anyway, maybe we'll find a good guy to hire, and maybe on the way we'll find some more barbarians. I'm very surprised this town has not only a gold mine on this side, but also a pig farm. Farming here in Barbarian Center, on the other side of the mountains from the town, must be a ticket to becoming died very quickly. Some barbarians around, what do you look like? Many thralls, a warhound. We shall take those. Just triple checking that this is repairing. Yeah, you're fully repaired now. Okay, good. Look at these fucking armor values. God damn, bango this wall. Can't wait till you get shanked by daggers. That will go right through your armor. And by can't wait, I mean hopefully this doesn't happen. Not that I'm really rooting for it, just, you know. This is the sort of thing that might happen in a situation like this. Getting ready to toss. I think we just engage this turn. I think we should be able to kill them pretty effectively. This guy doesn't have a hat, so how do we feel about this? Barely, but good swing. Maybe I can have someone else kill the dog? Nah, fuck it. Cyber, please. I understand that you maybe don't like killing dogs, I would be the same, but this dog is literally trying to eat you. Yeah, this flail is... like, it just feels right for Bango to have this flail. So what's the difference between these two? That is... oh, it's split shield. I thought that was split guy. Wasn't there a skill that was split guy? Maybe not on this weapon. Oh, he lived! I should have claimed the high ground first. What am I doing? You have javelins, but you also have a shield. How rude. Shoot this guy. Thank you. Good job, Fisk. Bonk this guy. Good job, Doc. Stand here and look pretty with your banner. Good job, Norvix. Right, so, Bango. How about you end another? I feel like you're the kind of guy that might do that sort of thing. He's not ended, but he is stunned and not very well, so we'll accept that. That is fine. Count that as success. Immediately tosses to the head. Good thing we increased the armor on the helmet there. Yeah, we increased it by 50, and literally all 50 points were just, or like 49 out of 50 points were just eaten by the helmet improvement. That would have otherwise gone basically straight to the dome. Ah, nice shield. Well, wait. I spoke too soon. I guess I spoke just as it happened, but that's still too soon. Whip him. Flail him. Run up. Bit lame on that one. End him. Aww, on a pixel. Alright, how do we feel about the charge? Look at this. Insane damage. Let's go. No, wait, that's one tile too far. Now the damage is gonna be garbage because initiative dropped. No, never mind. You're gonna be fine. Boom, look at that. Cybot does it. What a charge. Man, that fucking bandit leader must have had an obscene amount of initiative to still do that much damage with shield charge after the fight has been going for so long. He did a lot that fight, and he was just fucking still doing it. Set over here so we can maybe toss in there. I think for characters like that, the AI sort of cheats and gives them like absurd stats so they can function as a raid boss, if that makes sense. Not sure if that's actually true, that's just how I'm thinking about it. But it would make sense. Look at that. 3 swings, 3 hits. Stab. Very good. Absolutely slaughtered. No ding-dings. Bunch of loot. That is a lot of throwing axes. Tiny bit of head armor, sure. We shall take. I think that is free in terms of weight as well, isn't it? I think the, yep, this is just 10 extra for nothing. Very nice. Let's give this to someone that needs it. You already have... Oh, this is layer 2, perfect. Here you go. First, have a leather headband. That sounds like exactly the sort of thing you'd be excited about. We'll definitely sell most of these throwing weapons. Not even gonna sort out these items, I wager. Although we should give this to one of our backlines. Because this is very light. Although all of you have decent stuff already. We will give this to you because it's a little bit lighter. Yeah, let's do that. And we'll just sell the rest. Over in Grubenfeste. Till then we shall do a bit of camping. Dav'Kul still does not claim a single mate. Why are you leveling so fast? I guess everyone else is kind of tall on the XP, huh? We'll also call you, maybe sacrifice, so that we are in the know. And let's, for now at least, commit to the banner fall. Right, let's see what is up in this town. We have Armorer, Weaponsmith, Training Hall, Tavern. Start by checking if there's any good man for hire. There's a Brawler. I'd like a Brawler. But if we get a Cultist that has those perks, that'd be even more preferable. That is a Passion for health if I've ever seen one. Man is aggressive and strong. Okay. 55 start is pretty weak given that you start with +10 by default. Good stamina, good resolve. You have Fortified Mind, but you do not have Rally the Troops. As always, we can never get exactly what we need or want. Stop giggling in the background there, lady. It's not that funny. Not sure if you're worth keeping around. We'll take your hat. Might just be one of the old higher end fires. She's okay, but not good, I don't think. Goodbye. We got another sack, so we can buff someone that wants a sack. Who would want a sack? I think you would want a sack. Oop. Let's actually go to the market real quick. Whoops, that is not the menu that I want. Let's go to the market and sell a bunch of this junk that we just got. I wisely did not click on sort these items so that I can easily find them and get rid of them. We'll keep the cat on 9 tails. While I'm here, I may as well check for some fancy pants equipment. Two-handed hammer, but nothing particularly good. Jesus Christ. Faction helmet ornament. Ornament top of a noble house. That looks extra fancy. Does basically nothing, but it does look extra fancy, so I guess it does something. Northern sling. What is this officially called? This thing. Nomad sling. I wonder what the differences are, like how they compare. I think it might be time for you to actually do the slinging thing. Although, I say this, you're very close to getting actual slinging proficiency, so let's maybe wait until you have that. Tools are decently cheap here. Can probably find something too expensive, but very cool at the Weaponsmith. Let's first check for people. People might be good. Any more cultists? No more cultists. Let's check the Brawler. Determined Iron Lungs, Resolve, Melee Skill, and Range Defense. That sounds pretty good. Let's give you a look. See if your base stats hold up. Very fine Melee Skill, very fine Stamina Health, good Resolve, good shit on the defense. Welcome aboard, Norbert. Now, you might end up sacrificed. So call you those, just so we know that you are still very much on the chopping block. Let's give you a glaive and a shield. You probably do need that shield for a while, given that you're going to be, you're not going to be able to get the defense bonus from being a cultist, because you're not a cultist yet. Maybe we can make this happen at some point, but not for now. This is 16 for... like, this is less weight for more armor. Why not take that one instead? Let me buy a hat if we can afford one. There's an armorer here. Let's see if there's any... thing reasonably good to buy here. Let's buy those. This seems fine. Sure. You do start with this, and then you get this. There you go, a guy with a hat. Look at you. I would like this guy to stay alive if we can arrange those. I would like to have an unarmed brawler. I think they're kind of cool as a class. Doesn't really have anything particularly interesting, I wager. Tackle. That is a lot of defensive debuff. Interesting. You could become nimble. I appreciate that about you. Not sure if that's a good idea. Well, let's not think about that just yet. Let's see if you survive long enough. So we can't quest here yet, still. Increase your renown and fulfill ambitions, blah blah, okay, yeah, sure. Weaponsmith, anything good? Well, a lot of things that look pretty good, but also pretty expensive. Is that a rondel? It is. I would like a dagger guy at some point. There's a glaive, that's a one-handed spear that looks very strong. Do we have anything else to sell? Bunch of monster boots. Not super important right now. Okay, on we go. So we need to find more questers. Let's over here to Dunhaven. Bunch of steps here. Probably a caravan, given that they're following the path. So it is. Okay, we arrived. There are some quests. Terrifying nightmares. Oh boy. I shouldn't do this. And I think I won't do this. I'll be good this time. I'll be a good boy. We're not gonna go fight the Nightmare Alps. You know, let's just not end this prematurely. No thank you, that does not sound like mercenary work. Caravan quest, now that is us possibly. Schweikhof. I'd like to be paid per head, if possible. Where is Schweikhof? So we'd go past here, all the way down here. We were here a long time ago. It's a bit far, let's not do that one. I kinda like the idea of a long caravan quest where we just hang out. Then a bunch of the raiders and bandits have been showing up non-stop. These are just ruins, it's not actually a location. I mean, here's the thing, right? Okay, and obviously I've already declined the quest, but the reason I was hesitant was that we do have 3 characters, maybe 4, that hit really hard per swing. Also, you hit pretty hard as well. So we have a couple of characters that actually hit really hard with few attacks, which I think, at my current level of understanding and knowledge on how to fight those fuckers, is what you want. And we have more that we could be using as well. We have a golden talk here, we have an axe here, we have an arming sword. That is pretty good. I also found out that stunning them is good, because apparently they can't shuffle when they're stunned, so the other characters could be using shields. We could strip naked and hope that they don't come with extra direwolves or we'll all die. But like, there's things we could do to not die to Alps, maybe. But is it worth risking that for some random quest? Probably not. But I'm still tempted, because I'm the kind of idiot that would like to be able to fight that sort of shit. Like, I like the idea of learning how to fight all kinds of monsters instead of just doing the same and save shit over and over. I should probably still level you, right? Even though you're not gonna be around forever. Who is really? So that's really why I'm so humming and hawing about it. I'm tempted to give it a try. Your stamina is actually kind of ass. Let's give you not a shield. Could give you the good sword. You've been hitting like a champion. So if the... oh boy, more terrifying nightmares. Hey, you wanna guys maybe... no, we don't want to kill ourselves. Tie them. Tie for offer. Say hooked blade. No, I declined it. It's not actually there. I made sure that I wouldn't go back on my good intentions here. Well, let's go through the countryside over to that town. Let's hope we run into something interesting on the way. Not too spicy, but a little bit of spice would be nice. Maybe we'll find a location and we'll see. Oh boy, a bandit. Maybe take on that guy. Let's not just get killed by a hexer in the woods. Although at this point we'd probably need multiple hexers. Hexon. One skull quest. Taxidermist. Alright, what do you want? Where the burned ruins are. Sure, let's give it a look. East, somewhere around the region of Priestfield. Isn't that at the very edge of the map here? Yeah. Wager maybe here-ish. It seems to be nice enough not to spawn those in the middle of nowhere, usually, like in the middle of the forest or something. Because finding them there would be really hard. We have found it. We don't see what's in there. We could give this a look. We are a full 12-man roster, decently well equipped. We could wait till daytime and then briefly hop in there to see what is up with that place. What have we here? We have someone that wants to gather. And you are into training. Aren't you the guy that we're gonna sacrifice? No, you're the possibly unarmed guy. Welcome. Do that then. Where's the guy that is possibly going to be sacrificed? That's you. What are you doing? You're training. Let's not have you do that. Instead, let's have you... I mean, hunting, I guess. There you go. I kind of want to salvage more shit. Pretty short list of things that we have, huh? Yeah, I guess we're done salvaging for the most part. Alright. So rest here until daytime. Maybe we'll even see what's up in this little ruin. We can craft, yeah, I should probably check that out at some point. That's a good shot. Let's have a look. If there's anything interesting we can craft. I've not really crafted anything. Okay, it's basically the same shit we can do in the taxidermy thing. So, same as the taxidermist, except we can locally do it in our town, or in our camp, I should say. Alright, let's walk in here. If it's Mega Satan, we leave. 14 Undwades. These are armored Wiedergangers, aren't they? Battleforge double grip. Depending on if this has a Necromancer or not, we might be able to take this. We might even possibly be able to take this with a Necromancer. Now, if this has some of the higher tier undeads, like Necro Savants and shit, we might be in major trouble. Let's give this a look. They must have a Necromancer. I don't think I've ever been to one of these random ruins with actually competent opponents and not seen a Necromancer. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 3 more are yet to act, so they waited, so they're not zombies. 3 is a bit of a scary number. I'm gonna try it. I think I've made up my mind. How do I want to set this up? So the whip's not gonna be very good here, because we can't make them bleed and we can't injure them. We might be able to go for the Necromancer though. There's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 missing. Actually, only 2 unidentified ones, right? So only 2 people that we didn't see. I wanna hold here and use this bit of wall. Not sure how to position for that. I think standing here is fine for you for now. This might be a long fight, so I should probably try to conserve stamina a little bit by doing aimed shots rather than regular quick shots for now. So we want to take care of this axe. These Grammus axes are also going to be a problem, or however you pronounce it, I'm not actually sure. Yeah, they're not showing up. I don't see anyone buffed by a Necromancer though, which is a bit weird. Maybe it is just armored Wiedergängers. That'd be interesting. Not what I would expect. I do want to be a tiny bit further forward. Ah, 2 Nazis. One of them is half grown. Okay, that's all of them, right? We saw all of them now? That's only 13, but I thought we saw all of them briefly. I feel like I might need Bango up here and have Spectacles go south. Patient ass not so. I'm not a fan of that. Let's have them get a little bit closer. You can just stay on this tile. We'll move up eventually. For now, let's just keep shooting from here. Yeah, I'll wait. I think this is where you stand. Okay, let's see what happens. So, the spear wall is holding. Pretty much as expected, to be honest. You are immediately slightly scaredly. Hey Mofo, if I hadn't said earlier. Welcome in. I'm gonna let them approach a tiny bit more. Yeah, I think I need the Axeman to be down here. Okay, that is a fully grown Nachtseher, isn't it? Has horns. It only says feasted, not like mega feasted, but I think the fact that he has horns implies that he's even swoller, maybe? I don't remember. It might not. Alright, tossing. Who toss? You toss. And you toss. So I want you in a position so you can whip the Nachtseher, probably. Unless there's a weapon rule I need to get rid of, which is this one, maybe, but it's a lot of stamina. One, two, three, four, five. Although X-Man is gonna stand here in a second. Yeah, I think this is fine. Oh, dog is in the front line. Whoops. Let's maybe not have that happen. Bit of a stab here. Some fine hits. So I will just keep spearwalling. Bango bonks. Not worth adrenalining, this is gonna be a long fight. Might be worth adrenalining once these fuckers get involved because we need to kill them as quickly as possible. But I think for the rest we don't want to do that right now. He is back. Yeah, you're not level maximum. There's no way I do that much damage in 2 shots. Craft dogs. Need 2 dogs and meat and all kind of armor parts mission. Yeah, exactly. You basically need characters with all the various camp skills on them. However, we have, unfortunately, exactly 1 camp skill, which is the lookout camp skill. That one is okay. It makes it so that if you encounter an enemy troop or something on the field, the game will automatically pause for you. It also makes scouting in general better and gives the character one vision, so that's okay. We haven't skilled on anyone. However, unfortunately, none of the other characters have any of the useful camp skills. None of us have the camp cook skill. We don't have a blacksmith. We don't have any of that sort of shit. So kind of like how I said earlier with the retinue, we really can't take advantage of the system right now. We are in the same spot when it comes to, like, the crafting and the various tents and stuff. We just don't have the sort of people that can make that happen. Would have been nice if you had beheaded that guy. I'm not gonna complain much about a kill. Wonder if we should net this guy. Probably. It's also a spear wall here. You wait for now. Could try to go over and bin this, but I don't want you to get involved in a fight that is not favorable. That is not the result I wanted of the spear wall. Oh, they're through. It's also not what I expected. Can still wait a little bit longer. You're holding. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. Okay, this guy has insane armor, so this might be alive for a while, this thing. This guy will die quickly though, because we can just whip him. Never mind, we missed 2 72% chances in a row. Fantastic. Okay, this thing needs to die. It is fleeing, so that's good. You're out of actions. I kind of fucked this up. I think I should have actually bonked this Nazi. Although, I mean, it is fleeing, so it's basically dead. So we want to kill the Nazi first, and then we can still take you after. That was a head hood, very nice. Good job, Spectacles. You're out of ammo, that's fine, because you're a slingman, so we can just switch you over, and now you have infinite ammo. Ooh, slingman. There goes that guy. Kill it so it's out of the way. And I think you also shoot the other Nazi. I don't think there's any corpses available. Oh, he can probably eat the zombies as well, can't he? Good thing we netted him. I didn't even think about that. I thought it was gonna be fine. I didn't really think about him eating the zombies because he, like, the zombies themselves would like to come back to life afterwards. But it makes sense. Or it would make sense if they, could eat the zombies. Thankfully the net actually stopped him long enough that that was not an issue. At least for now. Might still be an issue, but it's going pretty well. Let's just turn the spear wall back on. Alright, Banger goes here. Hits him again, he's stunned. You're gonna take a while killing that thing. Wonder if it's worth moving you forward one so you're blocking this corpse, although he has easy access to corpses. That's just adrenaline, actually. I don't want to move forward because these guys are probably gonna come back to life and push me away, which is not what I want. Also, the zombies still all get to act, so I shouldn't really get too overeager with my actions here. Still need to save some a little bit. He didn't eat. I wonder if he can. That is very odd that he didn't eat there. Maybe he can't eat zombies. That would kind of make sense, I suppose. Nice. Berserk paying off once again. Very pleased with that pick. I think that was quite good. We can move you one over and then stab the Nazi. Very nice. Okay, so those guys are out of the picture. You are out of armor, so we can whip you somewhat successfully. You can move over and then start shooting. Didn't say hitting, so I guess I may have myself to blame there. Gonna mostly still try to stay in formation because I'm confident some of these will come back to life this turn. So if I'm out of position and they move me around, that might be a problem. We can't kill this turn, and we can't kill with this guy either. So they do get to come back one more time. Not the end of the world though. Yeah. I'm being silly and struggling with the interface. Okay, that was good. That went really well. So, we got some silver balls, we got some gold coins, very expensive. We have some rusted cattle helm. We got a mail coif, that's very nice. And we got a scramasax, nice. So, how is this actually pronounced? I've always called them scramasax. Once I realized that there is actually one more A there than I always thought. But like, once I figured that out, I've called them scramasax. Is that how that's pronounced? Because that name is very silly with all these A's. There's like a couple more than there needs to be in my opinion. But I'm not the guy that came up with that sort of shit, so what do I know? Anyway, so we've found your weird location and we've cleared it, don't worry, it's all fine. It's time to go home. We have a ding-ding on our future bannerman. Or, well, technically current bannerman. That is a shit resolve roll. I am not happy with that. We do get a bit more in that department. And you learn rally the troops, and we fulfill our ambition. Once the game decided that it has checked it. You get a sergeant's sash. That will help you out a little bit with resolve as well. Norbert, the possibly unarmed, is unfortunately not quite happy. I guess everyone else that isn't a cultist has already gotten used to the fact that, hey, these cultists are a bit weird. But the new guy is still feeling a little bit weirded out. Poor man. Don't worry about it, you'll fit right in. So now you have a sergeant's sash, that's another plus 10 resolve. Now you might be thinking, oh, this looks like a lot of resolve, isn't this great for a bannerman? Yeah, that's decent, but normally you'd want to go, like, way higher. And there's a perk here, which, on tier 2, which would give you 25% extra. I have it on some characters, but not on this guy, unfortunately. So, you know, like, it's not the end of the world. It is, however, 25% extra, and given that the base roll can be pretty high, that is missing out on a lot. Yeah, exactly. We'll make do for now. Maybe one day we'll find a better, like a guy with better baseline stats, and then we can change things around a bit. Right, so, you are using a fantastic helmet. Let's give someone else one. Oh, you didn't have Brawny offered to you, I see. I was wondering why you didn't have Brawny. I was always struggling with your fucking stamina, so why would I not pick Brawny? What is wrong with me? And then I realized, oh, I see, yeah. That would do it. If you don't have access to Brawny, then you can't pick Brawny. Weird that, oops. Let's not get rid of this. So we have some rusted cattle helmet bits here. These are kinda heavy, but are a lot of armor. A little bit better than the nasal ones that we've been using. I think as long as you are actually using this weapon and we're not adrenalining too much, we're actually gonna be fine in terms of stamina. I'm going to proclaim those now, and regret those later. These already do impede vision, so we can't give this to the archery mates. The archery contest. Everyone has at least that now. That's quite good. Your dog have this as well. Let's change the base item here. How much weight is this in total? Can you tank those? Will you be okay? That is very low. Let's give it a couple tries, but I'm a little bit worried. The helmet is great though, so... we have a 40 base here, we can give that to someone that needs one. That is a 50 base, a 40 base. Only there was an easier way of telling. One of the things this game does that's kinda good is also kinda bad, especially with mods like this, which is a lot of the information given is very visual. Like, you can for the base game at least, like in vanilla, very easily just see at a glance what people are using, what base items those are, how much armor they're gonna have as a result, that sort of shit. However, with mods complicating things a lot, like in this case, that is no longer the case, especially with this layered armor. Like, maybe a Superman expert that has played hundreds of hours of Legends mod will be able to tell you, oh yeah, they're using X, Y, and Z. But for me, this is all very hard to tell apart at this point. I don't think we don't want to do these hand axes, but I think they're still better off selling them rather than salvaging them. Same with the pitchfork, is probably better off being sold. But yeah, that was some pretty good money. We also got some extra XP. We need to go to a place to sell all of this junk, because Airbalden will not be sufficient, I reckon. What does this do again? It gives +4 resolve and reduces nearby opponent's resolve. You know what, let's make those. Saves us in some room. We won't resolve anyway on our characters. I think this goes to... well, you have a Sergeant's Sash, so not to you. I think this goes to... Soul. Here. Have some extra resolve while also reducing enemy resolve nearby. Like, look at how much resolve Soul here has. At 78. We can then click on Fortified Mind and get another 25%. Now, that's not going to be 25% of 78, because not all of that is actual base resolve. Some of this is from items. Like, I think at least 5 points, maybe 6, are from items. And I think it doesn't count the traits either. But that would still be another, like, 15 or 16 or something. So that would catapult us over 90 resolve, and that is what you want on a Bannerman. And that is without me investing that heavily. Although I kind of did, didn't I? But yeah, that is without having, like, Fortified Mind at the very least, and only 1 Star of Passion. So that is kind of what you actually want in a Bannerman. We just didn't really get the luxury of being able to pick that. Yeah, I'll stop whinging about that. I'm just explaining why I am talking about it in the way that I do. Because, again, the numbers look like, wow, this is really good, isn't it? But in practice, is it really? I always said that I was going to fix your defense by giving you the Colt perk, right? So let's consider doing that once we have this perk. Yeah, I think once you have this, you're kind of decked out when it comes to slingery. X-ray accuracy with slings and slingshots is increased by 10%, maximum firing range is increased by 1, and fatigue cost is decreased by 25%. That is fantastic. So now you should be insanely good. You have 85 with slings, and it only costs 10. Extra chance to hit. 7 tiles of range. That is very, very nice. Funnily enough, you're also on exactly 85. You guys are very much equal right now. Let's take the maybe out of your name. Oops. So one thing that's kind of weird about this game, if I hold down, like, left or right, for example, to scroll in the name, look how fast this goes. This has no chill. Like, I'm tapping it and it jumps multiple at a time. So that's what happened there. I was removing it. Also, we have a bunch of unnamed mates here that will likely stick around long term. The Slinger, for example. If anyone wants to be the Slinger, we can gladly slap your name on them. We also have a Whip mate here that wants to be in the back line and whip people. It's doing pretty well at that, honestly. That is some very fine melee skill. Very good stamina at this point. So that's working out. Who else is unnamed? These two are probably going to be sacrificed, or one of these two at least will be sacrificed, so let's not name those guys. We have a guy here who could, if we're unlucky, this guy will be sacrificed. I kind of want him around though, because your starting stats were pretty good. And I do want an unarmed mate, and you have Iron Lungs, which is great. You're determined, which is also great. So like, this guy would be nice long term, but you could claim him right now if you want. And I think the others are taken. But yeah, so we have a Slinger, an unarmed mate, and a Whip mate, if anyone wants to be in this company to die for Dav'Kul, if that guy ever fucking shows himself. I guess showing himself isn't really what he does, is it? It's more like, hey guys, don't you want to feel my presence, and then send me a guy by stabbing him in the face. Which is how men are delivered to Dav'Kul, I reckon. Let me quickly see something. Okay. Right, let's move on. I'm not sure how much longer I'm gonna be playing for. This place was... Oh! Hello there! Finally! During camp, most would consider the dream to have been a nightmare. The darkness surrounded you, black so flat you could reach out and touch it. The voice spoke a language you'd never heard before, and yet you understood it nonetheless. Two faces emerged for the infinite shade. Ermberger, maybe Sack, and Masota Dav'Kul take this. The men seemed so close, yet when you reached out they shrank, as though your fingers stretched infinitely into the void. Upon waking, you knew what must be done, but a trust had been put in you here, a trust by Dav'Kul, a trust to do what few men can, make a choice. Alright, finally, we get to finally sacrifice someone, so we either sack this new mate, or this longer-term mate. I don't remember which one I liked less, but these are exactly the two that were on the chopping block. Impatience free. I've been expressing impatience for literally 5 hours, so I don't think that's it. Unless you have to do that for 5 hours straight, at which point I don't think that really matters anymore. No, we already explained the mechanics earlier, that it's a 5% increase per day after 21 days. So if we hadn't seen him by day 41, we would have seen him on day 41, so we were very close to that. Anyway, I don't remember which one of these is worse. I know that the Take This mate has been around longer. I think she's level 4 already. I think Masota was the one that had god-awful stamina, and thus very likely isn't the one that we want to keep. Like, she had the 3-star passion for melee, and this 2-star passion for range, I think. And her melee was good, but I don't think... I mean, you have a spear, that really says all you need to know, right? Goodbye. Oh boy, Norbert the unarmed, or the possibly unarmed, gets angry. That's unfortunate. Fisk is dissatisfied, that's okay. Disgruntled, that's pretty bad. Some of these might leave, that's a bit sad. Also, we only got 2 ding-dings. Spectacles is now a zealot, so that's nice, that gave you some extra resolve. And you're a fanatic of Dav'Kul. No one else got to be a Dav'Kul fanatic, that is very unlucky. That is a shame. Arenas, no thank you. Renown in the south. Become professional. Sure, let's try that. We should be somewhat close to that, shouldn't we? A couple hundred more. Not the worst thing. Right, so you are disgruntled. And you are angry, so you might leave. Things don't improve very quickly, this character may decide to desert the company. I'm tempted to give you some pretty shit equipment in case you steal our stuff. I mean, the glaive is fine, the helmet... You have a full Akaton cap, let's downgrade that a little bit. There we go. I think the rest is fine. I think you'll be fine. So ideally, ideally we'd go to a town right now and drink a bunch. Which is probably what we should be doing. Does this have a tavern? It does not have a tavern. This has a temple. This has a taxidermist. Where tavern? There's a tavern, here we go. So we go down here and drink a bunch. Otherwise there's a chance that this guy, or guy that we literally just hired, I mean it wouldn't be the end of the world if he leaves. He's not bad, like he's in some ways pretty good. But he's not super great or that important, so I don't mind. And no, you are not in the cult. You're the hunter, or the poacher rather, that we hired, so you're not super happy. However, you were apparently around long enough that you kind of got used to it, and you're not nearly as upset as the newer mates. These two are not very pleased. The mate who I thought was going to be sacrificed maybe is instead just pretty upset. And our new, possibly unarmed mate who is level 1 and only had just been hired is very angry. I don't know what events there are with people that are angry, so maybe firing this guy would be better rather than just letting things happen naturally, but we'll see. Here, have a straw hat. I'm sure that makes you happy. I'd be happy with the straw hat. Oh yeah, so what happens basically is these characters here have, or some of them anyway, have Fanatic of Dav'Kul. Ooh, we're a Fanatic of Dav'Kul, +5 resolve. As you sacrifice people, this increases. So Spectacles here, for example, is a Zealot of Dav'Kul, so now he gets plus 10 resolve, and he gets no morale check upon losing hit points, in addition to just upon allies dying. And this has, I think, 5 levels or something. And whenever there's a sacrifice happening, everyone has a chance, or anyone that is in the cult and doesn't have Fanatic yet, has a chance of getting Fanatic. So you didn't roll Fanatic, that's a bit unfortunate. You were not in the cult. You have it, you have it. You don't have it. So we had 2 people that didn't have Fanatic at all. They didn't gain it, that's a bit of a shame. And only one person gained Fanatic that didn't have it yet, and 1 person leveled up. Only Spectacles leveled up, even though we had like 4 people that could have leveled up to level 2. So that was a very unlucky sacrifice event, both in the fact that it took forever to happen, and also in the fact that we didn't really get that much from them. Fights, stealing, attacking citizens. Okay, so I probably should drown him in alcohol, and if he doesn't bite, then I'll get rid of him. Again, he's just been hired, so I'm not super attached to this guy sticking around. Alright, okay, he's dissatisfied, that's fine. We shouldn't be drinking too much. Okay, you have become a drunkard, that is really bad. I didn't think that would happen this quickly. I guess you just participate every time, huh? So now you do more damage and have more resolve, but you have -5 melee skill. I mean, that's actually not the end of the world, really. 10% damage and 5 resolve is fine. And the melee skill, I mean, you're probably fine on melee skill, so it's basically just extra damage. But yeah, so now these guys are only dissatisfied, which is still not ideal, but honestly, not the end of the world. The question is if we are going to keep this woman around. So the reason her perks are so, or her stats are good, is because I also gave her gifted to, like, she has Colossus and only 67 HP, and she is gifted and still not particularly stamina fine, so she might not be particularly good. We'll just call you Frontline and see what happens. I don't think you have any camp perks or anything interesting for us. I didn't spot any earlier when we had an Oogle. No. And then our possibly unarmed mate. Your melee isn't going to be skyrocketing, unless, I mean, there's a chance that if you do become a cultist, or there's a chance that you become a cultist, at which point you'd get 10 extra melee attack, which would be nice, because at that point you wouldn't be missing as much anymore. Anyway, so you guys are drunk, that will be gone by tomorrow, so let's not fight until tomorrow, ideally. Let's hang out here, let's quickly check if there's any cultists for hire. There's one here. Fairly expensive, let's see if you're any good. You have a death wish and you're tough. Not convinced. We have one more slot available. I'm not sure we should try to take any random guy. I think we should try to take one of the ones that would allow us to get our retinue going. So let's have a look at that menu again. Retinue. So we would need cooking. For cooking equipment, we'd need someone with the Camp Cook perk, which is guaranteed on bakers, fishwives, cannibals, and butchers. Cannibals, huh? That would be nice. All provisions last 4 extra days would be fantastic, because the hunted stuff, like if you're hunting, you mostly get fresh meat, which only lasts 1 day, so turning that into 5 days would be fantastic. So that would be something I really like. So bakers, fishwives, cannibals for some reason, and butchers. I don't know... Minstrels and troubadours, maybe. Alchemy I'm not sure about. Mapping supplies, We also haven't crafted enough items. But yeah, I think cooking would be the primary one that I would be interested in. So, we need fishwives, cannibals, butchers, and I forgot the last one. I have great working memory, I promise. It's great. I'm fantastic at those. Now, there's also a chance on pretty much anyone else, I don't know if literally anyone else, but pretty much anyone else, that they could have this perk. So what I could do is, I could, whenever I try out someone, I get to see all their perks, so we can quickly skim this to see if they have Camp Cook. And if they do, they're suddenly much more interesting. Ideally, they'd have Camp Cook and have the sort of passions and shit that we want. This guy, for example, has some decent traits here, but like, And these passions are not great, and he also doesn't have the perks that we want, since we want specifically Camp Cook, for example. So, yeah, this is not the guy. We need to camp here for a day, I'd wager, just to get rid of the alcoholism. Anyone need to do anything? We're not really salvaging, are we? We're also not repairing, are we? Which sounds to me like we need to do either more training or more hunting. What are you good at? You're good at nothing, and you're good at nothing. So one of you guys go hunting, and one of you guys go training. So ideally we find some food before we run out. Thank you. Right, so we'll camp here for one day to make sure that... Oh, actually, what we can also do in this camp thing, in this camp situation... Can I access this without... No, I think I need to cancel first. Okay, let's go in here. What we can also do is we can take our people that are dissatisfied and have them rest, because resting will make them happy. The people that are busy doing shit during camp time slightly lose... they get slightly less content, basically. Okay, you're exhausted from your alcoholism. I think everyone else is fine, so we shouldn't need to wait that much longer. We'll be gone in 1, 2, 3 days. Bango, what the fuck were you doing? How much did you have to drink? First it takes you a day to sober up, and then afterwards you're exhausted for up to 3 days? Excuse you? Yeah, they're back to being content now, so that worked out. Content is basically neutral. They don't have any advantages, but also no disadvantages in terms of morale. Basically, the way this works, this kind of happens in the background, and I haven't really talked about it. The better they, or the more content people are, the higher their chance at starting at positive morale. And then the less happy they are, the higher the chance that they start at negative morale. And with content, they're basically at ±0. They'll always be at neutral. They won't start with content morale, usually, or with +1 morale, but they will also won't be in the negative, usually. Yeah, he drank everything, it seems. Entirely Ostlers. One of our best mates, too. Alright, let's see what we have here. 760 bucks to follow some tracks and return an idol of fertility. Sure, let's try. Anyone new around here that showed up overnight? No. Thieves, my lord. Many thugs and many poachers. Should we fight that at night? Many poachers is a pretty large number, and we only have 2 ranged mates. Some of our mates are also exhausted, so they're gonna deal, what was it, less fatigue? They have less fatigue? Yeah, not deal less damage. So let's maybe fight them at night. So I mean we'll have to be chasing them for a while. Could I also maybe run into a militia company and then maybe take those guys or take advantage of those guys to help fight these thieves? I should stop pausing. Kinda just trying to not let them get away too far. Ooh. That's not a lot of web boys. I'd like to take those ideally, but we're kinda busy with something. Dusk. Alright, night time. Let's make contact. Okay, many poachers is still a little bit spooky, even if their chance to hit is low. It's never actually 0, right? So they could just randomly, on a 5% roll, hit our backline in the head twice in a row, and suddenly one of our good characters is dead. So you should never take them too lightly, even if you're otherwise doing alright for yourself. That's just kind of something that goes for the entirety of this game. You should just never take it too easy. Just because things are going well right now doesn't mean this will always be the case. So we'll basically expense the entirety of their stamina to instantly do a man in. I think that's a worthy trade. Our brawler man gets to stand here and slash at this man. I could charge in here. It's going to be okay damage. Let's go for the guy with the cleaver. Not quite dead. We can fix that. At Bango. You have so little stamina that I really don't want to use adrenaline now. Too much alcoholism. Alright, do a man's back. Nay! Don't miss the 89%. That's a guy we really don't want to see alive. See, that's how you do it. Fucking ranged at night, no problem, he does it. I think these all have a little bit too much armor for me to start making them bleed, unless we hit the head. Yep, we just hit the head, that's fine with me. No complaints. Actually none. 37% is not a lot, Fisk. Let's maybe get you a little bit closer. Yeah, all the poachers lined up in the background. We can kill most of the melee mates right now. This guy up here on the hill is not broken just yet. Let's have you here, behind the front line, so you don't get shot. I should probably stop after this fight. It'll be roughly 5.5 hours, which is enough of Battle Brothers for one day, I think. Okay, I want this guy to die. I mean, we have a decently... like a set of decently armored helmets here, so it's not the end of the world if he sticks around. But it's probably still the dangerousest of the mates that hang out here. It is, yeah. Those are borderline DKOs of Battle Brothers. Which is beyond unreasonable for any normal man. Gem, got that miss? Don't bonk me. It's confused. What exactly does confused do actually? Let's look at the modifier there. Confused. Less damage, less fatigue, less initiative. Not nearly as bad as I might think. Because some of these debuffs are very much crippling. But confused doesn't seem so bad. Oh, you had Berserk Trigger, so you had more AP to do things? My bad. Look at you hitting with a normal sling twice in a row. Through your mate as well. Alright, this is where we need to go in and make sure the ranged mates stop being ranged mates. Okay, you're fleeing, so we can hide back here. Excuse you. What were the chances? Yeah, that's a 5%. What was it on the other one before? Buckler bash, struck a blow, slash, flail, reap, slingstone for 20%, and this one had a 5%. He just hit a 5%, and the other one hit two 20%. Good. But yeah, super unlikely, like we said. Basically doesn't happen. But yeah, we've been upgrading our hats just for that sort of occasion anyway. Like, I've been pretty paranoid this entire time, and I've been constantly mentioning, like, oh fuck, we have bad hats, and if things go slightly awry, it'll be very tragic. And that is exactly the sort of reason. Without strong hats, the danger of a random headshot is just so high. Had this happen quite a few times in the past. Obviously, even with good equipment, there's always a chance you just get so unlucky that things just go south, and that's just life sometimes. So you can't be, like, in perfect control of everything. How did you survive that, damn? Guess absolutely no armor penetration there. But this one has been really good. From what I hear, usually it's the early game that's problematic, when you have very bad characters with very bad stats and very bad equipment, when you don't have any sort of numbers to work with. Like, if you're only 3 people, there's only so much you can do tactically against overwhelming numbers, even if they are individually worse than you guys. You are always beholden more to RNG slings if you have less chances to roll and shit like that, so the early game is generally the hardest part. There are obviously late game challenges that are really rough and that I've never seen and will likely not get there, despite this company doing really well, but in general, getting a company to this sort of point, maybe a little bit further, is the hardest part, so this has been going exceptionally well, this entire campaign. Overall, I think this mod makes the cultists, like, now that I've played them a little bit more, it might make the cultists a little bit too strong, honestly. I think the synergy package with Resolve plus Flailed plus defense and range defense through just one stat is just kinda bonkers, honestly. You get insane amounts of value from a couple of stat points. Also, the fact that all of your cultists just have 10 extra melee defense gives you such high chances of having a good character in your starting roster, or even multiple. Like, they might have overtuned them quite a bit. I don't hate it because the flavor is strong. Like, it's very enjoyable to just have this group of weirdos with hoods, and we wait for Dav'Kul sacrifice, and that might also make things hard because your non-cultist mates might leave, and thus you're a little bit more limited in who you want to hire and shit. So it definitely has some downsides, but I think they went a little bit ham on the strengths. But yeah, it's good fun though. This is a fine start. Fine origin. Right, I think that's the end of this fight. Guess that guy's about to leave. Okay. Ding ding on our unarmed mate, which makes sense because he was about to ding ding anyway. Some decent items here. 2 decent flails, padded surcoat, gambeson. We've kind of reached the point where these are no longer interesting items, which is a good sign. We're a little bit slow to get there. I think ideally, for like if I was a very competent Battle Brothers player, I'd probably ideally be a little bit further ahead. Like, maybe we would be at this point in day 25 rather than 35, but honestly I feel like I'm doing okay for myself, for the most part. Right, let's head here. Briefly check if there's any new mates available. Nope, still the same selection. Sell some of this junk, and then we'll call it a day. A bunch of stuff lying around, we don't need these. I think I've queued them up for salvage and then never actually salvaged them. Get rid of these, no need for these. I wanted to sell this axe. Is this a good place to sell? I need something that shows me the money. This is a good place to sell, sure, goodbye axe. Second flail is probably good because we're a cultist company. Get rid of all this junk. Yeah, this is a lot of potential money as well. I'll keep it this way for now, maybe. Do I have a reason to? Probably not, but I like having this bling bling in my inventory to look at and think, oh my god, look at all this potential money that we still have. Isn't it lovely? And it is very lovely. Alright, but this shall be it for the day. We'll send these guys to their deaths sometime soon. Not sure if tomorrow. I'm kinda brained out at the moment, so not sure how long I'll be able to keep the daily streams going. Let's see if there's someone live who we can render you onto. None of the usual suspects. Right, we'll just call it here then. Thank you very much for watching, thanks for hanging out. Thank you very much for the massive sat bombs, Norvix, that is crazy. Literally the first time I've ever had something like that happen on my stream, so that was incredibly kind of you. Thank you again. And yeah, I'll see you next time, probably tomorrow. Not sure if more of this. We'll probably do some hunt again at some point, but yeah, I'll see you soon. Goodbye.